being comfortable under your skin. I think this is something I've been really dealing with lately, and I guess really for that matter, my entire life. And I don't know if I'll ever fully overcome it. I think this will always be like, in a way, my insecurity. I don't know. And I think one thing I wrote in my journal, I'm a huge writer. I write a lot on my journal. I wouldn't say like poetry. I mean, I try to. That's how I journal now. I write poetry. But the reason why I bring this up is because I wrote being comfortable under my skin. And that was the poem that I wrote. I'm not going to read the poem. I don't think it's quite good. But if you guys want to hear it, maybe I'll make another video about it. I don't know. I'm not... my poetry is like... It's good in my eyes, but maybe in other people's eyes, like, I don't know. I don't know. And maybe this is the part where I'm not confident in my writing yet. Meanwhile, I've been writing for like 5 years. I don't know. Anyway, I was writing the question on feeling comfortable under your skin, and the question that dawned upon me was, are you happy with who you are? And I wrote, no. Just straight up no. I'm not, because maybe this is a part where I am too hard on myself. Maybe this is a part where I am constantly trying to be better. I'm constantly trying to build skill sets. I'm constantly trying to be better than who I was last month or last year. And I'm always trying to be 110% in my effort on trying to keep pushing myself. Because if I'm not pushing myself, who will? But the more I keep pushing myself, the more I'm not comfortable on who I am. And I don't know why. This really dawned upon me when I was writing this. And I don't know if you feel this way. And if you do, you might feel this relatability on this. It's like, I don't seek for validation. I seek for my own validation. And I guess my standards in myself is very high. It's never good enough. I don't know. And maybe this is because of the reason that I'm not comfortable under who I am yet. Growing up, I guess it was created when I was younger. I was always trying to be better, do better. I was a very shy, insecure kid. I had a stutter problem growing up, so that didn't help. And every time I wanted to be heard, I wasn't heard. And when I was heard, it's like, damn, that didn't go how I planned it. But I think it's also like not fitting in, right? I think for the people that constantly try to be better, do better, build more skill set, it's like you're not fitting in that way. And I guess for me, I never felt like I fit in. And I always felt like that was a problem in my life. I was never normal, or I was never, I don't know, I always felt like the odd person out. And I guess that, in a way, it did hurt. And I guess that's the reason why I am who I am today. I'm just not fitting in and not feeling comfortable in my skin. And I think another thing is, when you're not comfortable under your skin, it's like you gotta look at the flaws in yourself, the flaws and the strengths. And sometimes the strengths are weighed out more than your flaws. And if so, then you're doing good. And that's why I guess I tell myself, the more I keep striving for more, the more I keep comparing myself from last month, last year, I'm like, damn, I did grow. I am becoming a better person than I am, I am becoming a better man, I guess. You got a long way to go, of course, I think making these videos definitely do help me in a way on sharing my wisdom, I don't think I was always the wisdom type on sharing my life advice and just sharing what I learned. I always did like learning new things, and I think that's why I like making these videos, no matter where these videos goes. It is nice to see on the idea of how much I'm growing as a person in philosophy-wise, but in psychological and wisdom-wise. And I guess comparing myself to then to now, that does make me feel a little bit better. We often give ourselves the best advice, but we often don't listen to ourselves until you hear yourself. So my point is behind that is, when you are feeling a little uncomfortable with your skin, give yourself some advice. Write it down. Make a video. Tell a friend. And when you do, you'll feel a little bit better. You'll feel like, man, I gotta listen to myself more often. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and peace.